Wood. Wood is the main element in any body of water you're going to find when it comes to catfishing. Now, we didn't exactly go catfishing today. The footage you're going to see was actually taken this summer, but it was log jamming cats on the Jim River when the log jams are at their best. In the spring, I'm sure several of you have fished below the low head dams on your rivers and below the bigger dams on larger rivers, and you've all caught fish. And everybody else you know has caught fish. Even if they don't know how to catch fish, they catch fish. Well, that's the time of year when people are made local heroes by bringing in large catfish to the bait shops. Why? Real easy. The big cats are all pushing upriver against the spring currents into these dams, and they're pooling up. They're concentrated. It's very easy to catch big fish in the spring when they're piled up below dams. But when the water starts to drop, the current starts to slow down, and these cats back off of the dams. Whether it's a big river or a small river, a big hydroelectric dam or a little low-head rock dam, when that water starts to drop and the current starts to drop, the fish are going to back down. This is going to mean usually within 3 miles of that dam, 3 miles below that dam, the log jams are going to become the big targets for the big fish. This is also the same time of year when a lot of people that don't know any better think the catfish have quit biting. And they take their rod and reel and their bait and they put it in their car and they go home. The people that understand what has happened simply move off of these dams and move where? To the log jams. Because the big fish, in fact most of the fish, have moved off of the dam. They've simply backed down with the water into the river to their summer holding areas, which 95% of the time is going to be a structure that contains 2 or more elements in that river, and one of those elements, I'm going to guarantee you, is going to be wood. That's going to hold your biggest fish. So that's why log jams are so important. In this video, you're going to see fishing log jams at its best, frankly. You're going to see fishing videos uptight. This is not a game for the weak-hearted. This is where you win or lose the fish in 3 seconds. You get the hit, it goes slam, you're either there or the fish is gone. This is fun, guys. You really need to try it. It's not that tough, but you got to have the right equipment. You need to gear your equipment for the size of fish you're going to encounter. Some rivers, like this river behind me as an example, quite honestly, a 5 to 10 pound fish is a big fish. In some rivers, that would be just a mediocre or a very average fish, or even a small fish. So gear your tackle, gear your equipment, and gear your bait for the species and size of fish you're going to encounter, and log jamming, primitive style if you will, face to face with these cats up in the wood is really fun. I think you're going to enjoy it. Take a peek, see what we can show you. We're going to catch a couple of nice fish. In fact, the fish we're going to show you for the river we're in. If you notice, the river's not a big river. And we take a couple of cats that are very nice cats for that size of river. And the reason is because of the presentation and because we went to them. One last thing about fishing log jams, especially in the summer and during the day. A lot of people think the night bite is the best bite. In fact, some people think the night bite is the only bite. Wrong. The difference is this. During the day, the cats are holding on these structures and they're not moving. But if you go to them and you put the bait in front of them properly, they're going to take it. At night, it's easier for people because the fish come out from under these structures and they move. They hunt the banks. They're out moving. They're traveling the shoreline. So the people fishing off the banks, they can catch fish at night. During the day, they don't. So obviously, they think it's a night bite only. But it's not. If you go to the fish, if you hunt them down, you go where they live and you put the bait in front of them, you're going to catch fish just like we do on this video. So, Let's go catch a couple fish. During the day, if you'll go to them and you'll put the bait in front of their face, they'll hit it. You've got a canopy right in the middle there. And we'll just basically put the nose right up against it, and we'll fish one up front and one out the back. That quiet water right in the center is really kind of the target area. We're just going to kind of swing around and just drift right in. Okay, well, yeah, that I'm tying on my lead line is a 4-ounce inline sinker. And we're using a swivel on both ends. This is so that the sucker isn't twisting your line up, or the current isn't twisting your line up. And this is a 6-aught Eagle Claw 84. Pretty customary size. You can go all the way up to 7 or 8-aught if you want, but a 6-aught hook with this type of shank will hold a pretty big fish if you get him up and out. 60-pound line, and it's what you need to get them out. This is where daytime fishing is a little different at night. At night they move. During the day it becomes a little different. You have to go to them. Get that right up in there. The only problem with these is these rods don't fit in these rod holders right. Okay, now if I can get one more out, I will. What you're looking at is a Garcia 7000 spooled up with 60-pound big game line. When you're fishing this type of presentation for big fish, lightweight tackle isn't going to cut it. You need to be big and you need to be heavy. See if the rod tip goes down for us. Now like that, even if it is a bite, I'm not going to do anything to him until he lays on it, if it's a fish. It could have just been the chub getting a little hyperactive, but yeah, there's something on this. I don't know, it might be a gar, but there's something laying on it. I think it's going to be a gar. Could be a cat. No, it's not going to be a cat. He's going the wrong way with it. He's coming up with it. He's going to sit there and pick on that sucker until he gets it. Yep. Let go. It'd be easier if you just let go. As we head down river, this time we're going to be looking for a log jam right in the middle of the river. Got some wood piled up in the front, almost extends to the bank. Big, old wood. That's what you want when you want to look for big fish in these small rivers. Yeah, it's possible. Or just go. Come on out of there. Get out of there. Oh no, that hug. You don't give up. I don't know if it let go and I got wood though, or if I got him yet. I should have been a little quicker on trying to get him up, I guess. Instead of spinning over, I should have gave it a couple of winds, and there, not. He's still there. I don't know what he's, you know, if he's actually got a wrap on something though, it gets kind of
senseless. Okay, well. Nothing I could do. I don't think we'll get that same fish back, but we might have a brother sitting down there. And that's what one of the kinds of hits looks like. That was pretty solid. The thing is, you don't really know. I would say it was 10-pound class, but could have been 20. I'm going to hold him out a little further from the logs this time. Give me that extra second, that extra foot. Although, you know, I've caught fish with hooks in their mouths and everything else. You might just be surprised if that fish is hungry. He might just come back and decide he wants another one. At least that's a start. We know that the fish aren't completely shut down for some reason, you know. So you give it time for it to settle down. You know, after you've come in, fish it for 20 minutes. If it doesn't work, go ahead and go to the next one and let these fish. There's fish here. I mean, you know, if you could put a net around this and pull this log out of here, I would guarantee you there's a 20-pound fish laying there. It's just a matter of if you can get at him and get his interest, you know. But he's here. I know you think I'm crazy. See what we can find. There's some pressure on this one. Here we go, here we go. There we got him. Here we got him. Come on out of there. Get. There he is. We got him. We got him. Yeah, come on. Woo! Look at this boy. Oh, nice fish. Come here, buddy. Come here. Yeah, there's a logjam fish. Oh, there we go. You know, a lot of things that are written about flatheads and talked about, they state that you can't catch these fish during the day, night only. While it's true, they may be easier at night. It's definitely not true that you can't catch them during the day. It can be done if you know how and if you're willing to work at it. These fish and fish bigger than this can be had 24 hours a day. You just got to put the bait in front of their face. They'll hit it for you. Get this guy undone and put back in the water if we can. There we go. Okay, pretty flathead.
Go ahead.
Flatheads during the day. There you go. Oh, well, if I can catch my breath, let's head on down to the next structure, see if we can't find another fish. This thing right here, maybe. Woo! Take a look at this structure. This is exactly what you call a complex. You have your canopy, it's showing age, there's grass actually growing on top of the bark. You have an extension of structure coming off of the bank. There's no way that this structure can't hold a good fish. It's just too good. It has all of the elements. Connection to the bank, connection to the deep channels, extended fingers of structure. This is the ideal log jam.
Thought I had something hanging on this one. This log jam is the epitome of what you're looking for. You've got age, you've got old timber, you've got big timber, you've got some downstream mass for cover, you've got a beautiful canopy here, and it's been here a while. We've got some weeds growing on it. It's thick. Underneath is about 8 foot of water. This is just incredible. There's obviously never any guarantees, but this is an excellent structure, or a complex, if you will. It's got a lot of elements involved to it. Get up! Woo! Nice channel cat! A little variety here. There we go. Oh, I'm not going to grab him, no. They got teeth. He'll hurt me. Ho, 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 ho. Boy. Well, that's not expected, but I'll sure take it. That's a pleasant surprise. That's that. For this part of the country, for the Midwest, that is a channel cat. They don't get much better than that. Get the net out of the way here. There. Oh, this cat's gonna go 12 pounds maybe, 13. He's over 30 inches long. For the Midwest, for this part of the country, this is a big channel cat. They don't come much bigger in this part of the woods. That's a beautiful fish. I knew there was going to be a big fish of some kind sitting here. This is just too good a structure. I'm going to let him go. Look, beautiful fish. Oh man, every now and then you get a fish like this. Fishing these log jams, that's just nothing but a bonus. Woo! Okay, well, you see what I mean about log jamming? Nice fish, nice cover. It's fun to do. It's kind of like hunting. You pick your structures, you approach it, you make your presentation, and boom, you take your fish. It's the way it's supposed to be. As you can see, I traveled long distances to do this close. No, not really, but there are a few points that I wanted to make now as we close out this video, just to make sure you get the real important facts about a log jam. And I have stated them, but I'm going to repeat them anyway, so bear with me. All log jams are not created equal. A simple stick laying in the water doesn't really represent a log jam, okay? It represents a stick laying in the water. Because what you're looking for is a complex, a log jam that's made up of bulk, of mass, something that's large, preferably some big trees, barkless trees. They've been there a while. They make connection to the banks. They come out into the stream. They break on the edge of the currents if possible. You want to connect elements in that river together. The bigger the structure, the more fish. The more complex the structure, the bigger the fish, okay? If you live by those rules, you're going to find some of the biggest fish in any body of water you fish. And I don't care if it's blue cats, channel cats, or flatheads. That's the way it is. The only difference in those three fish is the type of tackle you use and the bait that you offer them to eat. Other than that, presenting it to them on a log jam is the same. So, next time you see a single stick laying across the water and you think there could be a fish laying there, don't do it, leave. When you see a bunch of big logs laying in the water and you're laying over the channel and it's about June, July, you want to spend at least a half an hour or 40 minutes probing the area on that log jam, because if there's a big fish within a mile of that area, he's going to be laying in there. and you just got to lay it on his nose. So, have a good time. We're going to do a few more of these, and I'm going to go log jamming again next summer and show you some bigger fish. Thanks. We'll see you later.